here's a question. Do you guys look different from your friends?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah? You look different from your friends? Why?
Why do you not cut your hair?
Because that's what Guru Nanak Dev Ji and Guru Gobind Singh Ji told us.
So what I would always say was, I don't look different. I look how we should look.
Yes.
Why do you look different?
If all of your friends, they decide that they will be the way God made them, do you think that their hair will grow?
It will grow.
Definitely. So why will they grow? Because that is how human body is made by God.
So, the idea is, the way God has made you, He's made you that way for a reason. Whether it's in the fantasy world, whether it's in the anime world, whether it's in your natural human world, you stay how God has created you.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਇਸ ਐਪੀਸੋਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪ ਸਭ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ-ਬਹੁਤ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਪਿਛਲਾ ਐਪੀਸੋਡ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ, ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਾਰੀ ਜੋ ਸਾਡੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਆਈਡੀਓਲੋਜੀ ਹੈ, ਸਿੱਖ ਫਿਲਾਸਫੀ ਹੈ, ਆਪਾਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਟੈਚ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਔਰ ਮੇਰੀ ਇਹ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਜ਼ਮੀਨੀ ਪੱਧਰ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਔਰ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਕੁਐਸਚਨਸ ਦੇ ਆਨਸਰਸ ਉਪਲਬਧ ਕਰਵਾਈਏ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਕਸਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਸਕੂਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੋਸਾਇਟੀ ਵਿੱਚ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਫਰੈਂਡ ਸਰਕਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੁੱਛੇ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ। ਪਿਛਲਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਐਪੀਸੋਡ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ, ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਡਿਸਕਸ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਿ ਸਿੱਖ ਕੌਣ ਹੈ, ਇੱਕ ਬੜੀ ਬੇਸਿਕ ਡੈਫੀਨੇਸ਼ਨ, ਔਰ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀਗੀ ਕਿ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਜੋ ਇੱਕ ਕਲੀਸ਼ੇਡ ਡੈਫੀਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਿੱਖ ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਸਿੱਖਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਸਿੱਖ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਉਹਦੇ ਚੋਂ ਕੱਢ ਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਰੈਕਟ ਡੈਫੀਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਆ ਉਹਦੇ ਵੱਲ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਇਆ ਜਾਵੇ। ਸੋ ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਐਪੀਸੋਡ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਉਸੇ ਹੀ ਐਪੀਸੋਡ ਦੀ ਕੰਟੀਨਿਊਟੀ ਹੈ, ਪਰ ਅੱਜ ਆਪਣਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਵਾਲ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਸਵਾਲ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਵਾਂਗੇ। ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਵੇਂ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਨਸਰ ਦੇਣ ਦੀ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਡਿਸਕਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੰਬਾਈਬ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ।
It's definitely important, Sangat ji, whenever we talk about, teaching our children about, what the future is, what Sikh history is, what Sikh Itihas is, what Sikhism is in general. It's very, very important. We have a lot of misconceptions nowadays. We have a lot of problems with teaching our youngsters, what Sikhism actually teaches them about. Unfortunately, in schools, in colleges, in higher level, the way in which Sikhism is explained is very different to what it actually is. It's very distorted. So it's important that we try and provide our children, our youngsters, with correct definitions, with correct ideology, so that they can grow up and then become good Sikhs in themselves and be confident in answering questions that they will encounter. A lot of people will say that nowadays children aren't asked questions. I'm still being asked questions and I'm in university, so it's important that our youngsters are taught the answers to questions about Sikhism in a correct way. In the last episode, obviously, we discussed what is a Sikh, who is a Sikh, the definition of a Sikh, and we will definitely recap that as well in the coming episode. However, today our topic will be different, our question will be different.
So today we are going to start this episode again from the same point. We'll be asking them the name of gurus in a particular order, in a specific order. And we request you all sitting at home to do the same, because that is very important. Our children should know that what is the name of their gurus, but in an appropriate, in a correct order. And that is very important. Majority of our children, rather if I'll say that, majority of the young people, that'll not be wrong, to not know that what is the correct order of the names. So, shall I start with you?
Start with him.
You first introduce yourself to Sangat ji.
मेरा नाम ब्रोनो सिंह है, मेरी उम्र 9 साल दी है, मेरा शहर बर्मिंघम है।
Hari?
Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah.
Go on.
मेरा नाम है, मेरी उम्र 6 साल दी है।
Good.
And today we will start with Hari. Hari, can you tell us the names of 10 gurus?
Nanak Dev Ji, Guru Angad Dev Ji, Guru Amardas Ji, Guru Ramdas Ji, Guru Arjan Dev Ji, Guru Har Gobind Ji, Guru Rai Ji. Guru Krishna Ji, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, Guru
Granth Sahib.
Granth Sahib Ji, Guru Khalsa Ji.
Oh, very good. And now your turn.
Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Guru Angad Dev Ji, Guru Amar Das Ji, Guru Ramdas Ji, Guru Arjan Dev Ji, Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji, Guru Guru Har Rai Ji, Guru Har Krishna Ji, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, Guru Granth Sahib Ji, Guru Khalsa Ji.
And that's brilliant. So this is the correct order. Our children should know the names of 10 gurus in this order. And who is our eternal guru?
Guru Granth Sahib Ji.
Do you remember, Hari, do you remember what we did last time? We discussed something, and it was? Say?
Who is a?
It's Sikh.
Good. Okay, so Hari, who is a Sikh? Who is a Sikh? Okay, right. What was the definition we told you?
We have the 5 because we believe in 10 gurus and Guru
And
Khalsa Ji and Guru
Granth Sahib Ji.
Granth Sahib Ji.
Very good, very good.
And there was one thing more.
Bruno, what was the other thing we talked about? Truthful living.
A person who is truthful living.
Okay.
Yes. And if I say, what is truthful living then?
Mean.
Yeah?
It means God.
Okay. It means
That you live in love.
good.
Very good. And something about teamwork? About
Saving people.
saving people. That is kindness, of course.
Yeah.
Right? So all those traits, all those attributes which we think God possess.
So here's the question today. Why, if we talk about your friends, yeah, I'm sure you guys have friends, right? You're not lonely
Yes.
like me, are you? Right?
Yes.
Yeah, you have friends. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. Right? So here's a question. Do you guys look different from your friends?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you look different from your friends? Why?
Some of them have short heads and we don't.
Okay. What else?
They don't cover their heads and we do.
Good. Hari, what about you?
They are not Sikhs.
They're not Sikhs.
And
right.
we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So why do you look different then? So
This is-
what's the reason behind
Yes,
it?
this is how do you look different, because
Yeah.
they have short hair, you don't. So why do you think is that?
Because they don't follow the same religion as us.
Okay.
Very good. Rajveer, this is something very interesting, and I know that this question comes often, appears.
Yeah.
And how many times do you think you would have been asked this question?
Well, I remember the first time I was asked this question. It was when I was in year 5, so I was just a year older than Bruno.
Okay.
And
So probably next year,
next year,
probably children of Bruno's age, maybe next
Maybe
year,
ask this.
they'll be getting all those questions, right?
Yeah.
And they need to deal with them.
For sure. It's important that, when you're younger, you have an answer to that question.
So what was your answer when you were asked this?
Well, my answer was what my dad had taught me. And that was to always flip the answer back onto the other person.
And that's correct.
And that's also ends up being the correct answer as well.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So have you ever been asked this? That
What
why
question?
do you, your friends, have they ever asked you that why do you not have short hairs? Something?
Yes.
They asked you.
Yes.
And what is your answer?
I said that I have a different religion than them and I
Okay.
follow different things.
Right. Hari, have you ever been asked this? Have your friends asked why do you wear this turban or patka?
Yes.
Hari, have you ever been asked that? Do your friends ever ask you why you wear a dastar? Why you wear a pug? Do they ever ask you?
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
not yet.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
too young for it.
So, but you've been asked this, right?
Yes.
And then you say that this is because I follow a different religion.
Yes.
Now, how about if people will come to you and ask you that, why do you look different to us, right? Because this is the next question. Now you are being asked this question. This is going to be the next question, that believing in a religion, still, why do you not cut your hair?
Because that's what Guru Nanak Dev Ji and Guru Gobind Singh Ji told us.
Brilliant, brilliant. And this question, Sangatji, this I know that this question is very, very frequent question and very a question that us children do deal with. So we are today going to seek an answer to this question, and I definitely agree to you that flip the question. Do you know that why Guru Nanak
What
wanted
does flip
you?
the question mean?
That's what I'm going to tell you.
We're going to explain that.
So, do you know why Guru Nanak said that you are not going to cut your hair?
Because hair comes from God.
Exactly. Because this is, you are naturally, God gives you this. And we don't correct God. Can we? Can we correct God?
No.
No, we cannot. And if we are cutting our hair, that means we are saying, oh God, you have done something different, something wrong, so I need to correct it. And we don't do that. We are not. So whenever somebody asks you, why do you look different? You always try and say, no, I don't look different. I look natural. I look the way God has made me. Am I right in saying this?
Mm-hmm. So what I would always say was, I don't look different. I look how we should look.
Yes.
Why do you look different? Yeah? Because by asking them that question, you instantly get the idea. They also understand that you actually know what you're talking about. So it's important that even if you don't always have all the answers, you sound confident in the answer you're giving. So that is always a good answer to give to anyone who asks you that question.
Okay, Hari? What? So why do you look different? Do you look different?
No.
No, you look natural. Right? This is how God made us. Have God ever wanted you to cut your hair? In the first instance, He would have not given you the hairs, no?
No.
He would have never given you hair. So if He has given you hair, that means He wanted you to keep them. Right?
Yeah.
So you don't look different. Whenever somebody asks you, why do you look different? So you always answer, we don't look different. We look natural. What will be your answer?
We look natural.
What will be your answer?
You look natural.
Yes. We look the way God made us. Right?
A long time ago, when I was 3 or 4, I used to cut my hair. But then I stopped when my daddy told me to.
Oh, that's brilliant.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
And how do you feel?
Better.
Better. And do you know why?
Because hair is natural.
Obviously, hair is natural. God has given you. You know, when you go to your class and your teacher gives you homework, have you ever committed any kind of mistakes in your homework, Hari? Have you?
ever made any mistakes in
Yes,
homework?
yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what is the reaction of your teacher? What does she do to correct that?
She just tries to make us understand what our subject is more.
All right. And how does she point out that this is wrong?
And she just underlines it in orange.
Yep.
And that means that that's wrong. And next time you're not supposed to commit the same mistake. Is that right?
Yes.
So this is how we treat God. Okay? God has made us the way we are. Your dad has a beard. Does your mother do?
No, because girls don't have beards. That's a
So-
silly question to ask.
Absolutely.
obvious.
Absolutely. Now if somebody asks you that see, your mother does not have a beard but your dad does, that means this is a silly question. This is how she was made by God, right? And this is how God creates us. Now if God ever wanted your mother to have beard, He would have given it, no? But He never wanted it, so she does not have. But your dad do, right? What does that mean? Because God wanted him to have the beard.
Yes, it's because boys have beards and girls don't.
So that's how God created. Now, if say your dad someday decides that, okay, I'm going to shave my beard, So he'll start looking as
He
your
would
mother.
never do that.
Obviously, he will never. But if he does, he will start looking like your mother.
He won't, because he's not a girl and he doesn't have the same hair color. He's not white like my mother as well.
That's the physical appearance, and that you are true. That's very much true. Are you more informative than your teacher?
Intelligent.
Intelligent.
Are you smarter than your teacher?
Not true.
Not true.
Yeah.
So whatever your teacher,
Because the teacher teaches us, so
Absolutely.
it's obvious that we are not smarter.
obviously now, if your teacher tells you that this is the how do you call it?
Intelligent.
Information. No. The information. Suppose your teacher says that these words, when you join them, this makes this. I don't know what is another
When you get words and you join them into a sentence, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you have so for example, if I had the sentence, the cat jumped over the fence, right?
Yes.
Now, if I change that and said the fence jumped over the cat, would that make any sense?
No.
No, right?
Okay, now the question is that if all of your friends they decide that they will be the way God made them, do you think that their hair will grow? If they
It will grow.
definitely. So why will they grow? Because that is how human body is made by God.
Yes, hair carries on growing even when you are dead.
Right.
And same with your nails.
And so if you cut your hair, that means you are interfering in God's task. You are interfering in natural human body structure, right? And we don't do that. As a Sikh, we are ordered to obey the way God has created us. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Right? So that is why we don't look different. Next time, always say we look natural.
What do you say, Hari?
But actually it's
We
true
look
that
natural.
some Sikhs look different to the others.
How come?
I don't know, one could have a giant dastar, one could have just a komado. One could have a round dastar, one could have a dhamala.
That's okay.
That makes them different.
No, that doesn't make them different. For example, you are wearing this shirt,
Yes.
right? And he's wearing jacket. Now definitely that's how you dress up. That's your attire that is different and not your look. Now if you are wearing shirt and the similar kind of shirt, if he also wears the same or Rajveer also wears the same, probably you will that make you look same?
No.
Why? Because your appearance is
Because you could have different eyes, a different mouth.
so that's your appearance, you know. When we say that we look different, that only means with your turban, all right? And the other people who just cut their hair, but we have unshorn hair, that's it, all right? All other differences which you spot now, that somebody wear long dastar, short dastar, that's only the attire that is different. That's not the appearance that's different, okay? All right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. So, guys, in Pokemon,
Yes.
yeah, there are certain gyms, correct?
Yes.
Each gym has their own maryada, right? Each gym has their own ideology. Yeah?
Yes.
Each gym has their own type,
Yes.
right? Some are rock type gyms, some are
Yes.
fire type gyms,
Yes.
some are air type gyms,
Yeah.
wind types. Yeah? Right?
Yeah.
So,
Electric gym.
yeah, there's an electric gym. Okay, right? So each gym has its own type of idea,
Water type gyms.
right? But all gyms have one idea in common. And what is that?
To train Pokemon.
Exactly, right? So, and why is that? Because Pokemon in the Pokemon world are natural.
Yes.
Yeah? Pokemon are around everywhere in the Pokemon world, right? So, in the same way, when you come up with this ideology of not cutting your hair, if you were in the Pokemon world and said you weren't going to train a Pokemon, what's the point in you being there?
No idea.
Exactly, right? Hari, if you were in the Pokemon world, which Pokemon would you have?
Meltan.
Okay, Meltan is a terrible Pokemon, but alright, what about you?
No, it's a Pikachu.
Okay, you go for Pikachu, right? So, now Pikachu looks naturally like a mouse, right?
Yes, an electric
Yeah.
type
Yeah,
mouse.
and he has a thunder tail.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, if you got rid of that thunder tail, would he be able to use his electric attacks?
Not really.
No, right? So, the idea is the way God has made you, He's made you that way for a reason, right? Whether it's in the fantasy world, whether it's in the anime world, whether it's in your natural human world, yeah, where Pokemon don't exist and the world's boring, right? So it's important that wherever you live, whichever world you live in, you stay how God has created you, and you keep natural. Hari, how do you stay?
Natural.
Good.
Okay. So next time, whenever somebody is asking you this question, why do you look different? What is our answer going to be?
We are natural.
We are natural.
Your answer is going to be?
We are not.
No, we are not different. We are natural. Speak again.
We are not different. We are natural.
Hari?
We are not different. We are natural.
So yes, this is the answer to the question that we do not look different. We look natural. This is how God made us. So ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਇਸ ਐਪੀਸੋਡ ਦੇ ਅੰਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਂ ਆਪ ਸਭ ਨੂੰ ਇਹੀ ਰਿਕੁਐਸਟ ਕਰੂੰਗੀ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਲੈਂਗੁਏਜ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਈਜ਼ੀਲੀ ਸਮਝ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਆ ਇਸ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਨਸਰ ਆ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਰੱਖੋ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਸਮਝਾ ਕੇ ਰੱਖੋ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਸਵਾਲ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਲਝ ਨਾ ਜਾਣ ਕਨਫਿਊਜ਼ ਨਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਣ ਜਾਂ ਇਸ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਡਿਪੈਂਡ ਨਾ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਣ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੱਖਰੇ ਕਿਉਂ ਦਿਖਦੇ ਆ ਰਾਦਰ ਇਹ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਇਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਰਨ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੱਖਰੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਉਵੇਂ ਹੀ ਦਿਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਸੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੱਸੋ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੱਖਰੇ ਕਿਉਂ ਦਿਸਦੇ ਹੋ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਵੱਖਰੇ ਉਹ ਦਿਸਦੇ ਨੇ ਜੋ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਦੀ ਰਜ਼ਾ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੱਖਰੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿਖਦੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਨੈਚੁਰਲ ਦਿਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ
So Sangat ji, thank you very much for watching. It is important, and just a quick appeal to all the parents as well that are watching. Please ensure that in whatever language you can, explain to your children the importance of how to answer this question. If someone was to ask your child, if someone was to ask you, why do you look different? The best answer you can give is no, we do not look different. We look natural, we look exactly how God has made us, and those who cut their hair, those who change their appearance, they're the ones who look different. So why do you look different? It's always good to throw back the question and reply to them in a question in that kind of manner to ensure that A, they understand that you know what you're talking about, and B, they also get the message as well. It's important that our children, our parents and anyone can answer these kind of questions. So Sangat ji, ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਜੀ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇਖਿਆ
Yes, and probably we'll come up with new and other questions to be dealt with in another episodes. Thank you for watching today.
Thanks for watching episode 2.
Thanks for watching episode 2.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ
ਅਕਾਲ ਚੈਨਲ ਨੂੰ ਸਬਸਕ੍ਰਾਈਬ ਕਰੋ ਨਵੀਂ ਵੀਡੀਓਜ਼ ਦੀ ਨੋਟੀਫਿਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਬੈਲ ਆਈਕਨ ਨੂੰ ਕਲਿੱਕ ਕਰਨਾ ਨਾ ਭੁੱਲਣਾ